Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a Friday episode of Strictly Business. This is a network TV show that's on 3 mornings a week, 7 a.m., Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning, Pacific Standard Time in Southern California. My name is Rich Wallace, and I am your host for today. And we want to welcome you to a full episode of Strictly Business, which is a talk show about business, about preparing for business, getting ready for business, what about the business, how to do the business, what do I need to do. We've had guests on this week, human resources, talking about some of the things that you need to do to prepare yourself for your business, your back end, how to deal with employees. We also had a company on called Just Works that we're talking about how they could assist in helping you with your payroll taxes and the information that you need to be able to do your front door of your business, because they're going to help you with the back door of the business. We also had Miss Stephanie on this week, and she just went through and ripped me apart basically on the violations that you may be committing within your own business. And I know you own the business, it's your building, and can't nobody tell you what to do. Wrong answer. And because of the laws and the restrictions that we have here in Southern California and across the United States, because the laws are different in different areas. And we found out from Miss Stephanie that the laws are different in different counties, that the minimum wage balance is different in one county and different in another county. So knowing and having the knowledge that you need to be able to function in your business is what Strictly Business is about. It's what the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce is about. We're about trying to connect you to the places that you need to be connected to help you facilitate your business on a day-to-day basis. My name is Rich Wallace, and I welcome you this morning to an episode of Strictly Business. We're going to take a real short break, and we will be right back.
Hi, I'm Kevin Wallace, and I'd like to invite you to be a part of the 30-year anniversary celebration of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce. That's right, it's our anniversary, and we have a present for you. Sponsor any chamber event in 2023, and you will not only be sponsoring that one event, but your message will be prominently displayed at all of our chapter events, from the desert to the sea. Wow, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get your message in front of our members and event attendees across Southern California. Space is limited, so visit our website at blackchamberofcommerce.org today to learn more.
Good news for the Southern California business community. Now you can add your business to the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce Business Directory complimentary. We have been working tirelessly to build a list of Black-owned enterprises in Southern California. This is an excellent way for you to be a part of an expansive network and find your ideal customers, business partners, and vendors. So don't waste time. Visit blackchamberofcommerce.org today and add your business today.
Yes, and we have been going over the first quarter. Where are you at the end of this first quarter? Are your numbers where you expected them to be? January, February, and March are passing us by. January and February have passed us by, and in reality, March has as well. We're looking at April, May, and June, which is the second quarter. Can we catch up? Or are you ahead of the game? I don't want to assume that everybody needs, but if you don't need, then maybe you could put out for someone else that does need. This is Strictly Business, and what we're talking about is completing your New Year's resolution, what you said you were going to do this year. Are you on track? This is so important in businesses and determining how to develop your business on a consistent basis. It's by staying on track. If you own a restaurant, you should know how much money, how much you have to make per day, even per breakfast, per lunch. When we were in the restaurant business, we needed to make over 7 restaurants. We needed to make a certain dollar amount. I think it was $2,100 per store for breakfast. to cover the breakfast crew, to cover the breakfast, to cover the lights during the breakfast time, to cover the gas during the breakfast time, to cover the things that we needed to cover. We needed to make that amount of money for breakfast. We needed to make another $3,000 for lunch. And then we needed to make a certain dollar amount for dinner. So at the end of each day, we needed to have a $6,000 per restaurant, over $6,000, but $6,000 basically per day covered the cost of that place being open for that day. And if we did not make that amount, we didn't close that day, but we had to double down the next day. So this is why I don't want you to get behind in your projections that you have to be able to function your business, is that your projections are your costs. You have decided that, hey, if I have 2 employees at $16, $15 an hour, and they come in and, the law says they got to work minimum 4 hours. So if they come in for 4 hours, what is the best 4 hours for you to have those people there? If is the first hour of your business, if you open up, at 8 o'clock and you don't see a customer till 9:30, why do you have 3 employees in there? And if that's consistent, you want to say, oh, I'm projecting, I believe that people going to come early. But if you've noticed in the last 30 days, 2 weeks, that you have not had a sale until after 9:30, quarter to 10, you may consider not even opening. You may consider you being the only person in there. You may consider only having one person. You go to these major stores and you get lost in the big blockbuster stores, because they have budgeted and they understand that there's only a certain amount of people that are going to shop during that time period. The construction stores, the big blockbuster construction stores, they know that the contractors are going to be in there when they open at 6 o'clock, at 7 o'clock in the morning, picking up their concrete and their supplies and getting the things that they need for the day. So they're very busy in the morning. But they also know that at lunchtime, they're not that busy. The contractors may come over to get something that they forgot that morning, but most of them are at lunch and most of them are doing certain things. So at the end of that day, they know that those contractors are wrapping up their day, making plans for the next day. So they don't have as much business in that time span. So they manage the employees based upon what the revenue is. And if you don't know how to do that, you're going to have to learn how to be able to judge how many people you need on the floor, when you need them on the floor, what is the best possible time. Because if you're spending money, and employees, payroll is probably one of your highest things that you have. Payroll is probably one of the high. If you got 2 or 3 people working for you, let's say you got 3 people working for you at $15 an hour, that's 15, that's 30, that's what is that, $45 per hour that you're putting out. That doesn't count the Social Security benefits, the unemployment insurance, and the other things that you have for those employees. So every employee that you have at $15 an hour is actually costing you about $2.50 more per hour than you're actually giving them, because you have to put into the unemployment insurance and the Social Security and other things that come with being the owner of that business. And being the owner of that business does not mean that you are not an employee as well. Does not mean that you should not be on the payroll as well. You should be, as much as you worry about making payroll for them, you need to be one of them. Yes, you need to be included because you have light, water, and gas at home as well. Yeah, you're concerned about the business and the light, water, and gas and all the things at your commercial business and where you're at and what you're doing. But you also need to be concerned about your own household, the things that you have going out and what you're doing in your business, in your life, in your perspective. I'm telling you now, putting back, getting ready is so important. This is Easy Friday here. So what I want you to do is take a look at what happened Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for you, and balance it on Friday and see if you made money for you, if you made money for your store. And if you didn't, take a look at how you might be able to make some changes Monday. What happens over the weekend that's going to change this coming week from last week? That's where we're at. We need to have change on a regular basis. Remember yesterday we were talking about engaging, action and engage and making things happen. And if you did your action, you jumped up and you said, hey, Rich, I'm going to engage this week. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to make some things happen. We are going to turn the corner. Today's Friday. Look at the corner. Did you turn it? Did you do what we said we were going to do this week? And we're judging ourselves on Friday. And that's how you get when, as an employee, and you're judged on Friday on what happened last week or 2 weeks, however you get paid. And the way you're looked at is when they give you a check. This is Rich Wallace. I'm going to get back to that. We need to take a short commercial break, and we will be right back.
One of the secrets to exposure for your business lies within supporting Black businesses and entrepreneurs. And that is why the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce is here to connect Black businesses from the desert to the sea. Let's join hands to empower and sustain our community. By becoming a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, you can grow your business and increase your clientele. With our innovation, we'll generate new businesses and get new customers. And we'll connect new mindsets with businesses from across Southern California to help bridge the wealth gap. Let's connect, build, and grow together. Join us now at blackchamberofcommerce.org.
And I'm back. I want to get back on track talking about the things that you needed to do for your business. What happened last week and what's going to happen the week coming. What's going to happen the week before. Are you already planning your Resurrection Sunday sales, your Easter products? Do you know what you're going to be doing for the summer? Have you already lined up your summer programs? Remember, the first quarter's gone. And if we did not plan in November of 2022 what we were going to be doing in January and February of 2023, then we're behind. So I'm saying to you now, let's put together that plan. Let's put that action together for April, May, and June. And you should already have that. But we should actually be working on July, August, and September. But if we're behind, let's step it up. We didn't do what we thought we would do in the first quarter. The first quarter is gone. It's just May, March 20, March 10th, but that's gone. If you don't have a plan already together and the action and what you're stepping into for the upcoming month, you should already have plans. Your April, May, and June flyers should already be out. Speaking of that, you see the golf people behind me. June 9th, we're having our 27th annual celebrity golf tournament at Brookside in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl. Tee time is at 8 o'clock. So we're already got our June flyers up. We're already from the desert to the sea planning our Juneteenth celebrations. We have gotten through Black History Month. We're in the middle of Women's Month, and Women's Month has been planning. And if you look at your calendar, no matter what nationality you are, there's all kinds of women's months going on. There's all types of women month stuff. There's all types of coming up in June, music month. All of these identifying months are designed so that you can target what needs to be done. It's like mainstream America sells mattresses and cars on Martin Luther King weekend. That's funny to me, but they do. The MLK mattress sale, the MLK's car sale, and we as a people, we should be doing MLK release or celebration or giving back to the community. What Mr. King was doing was giving back and getting the community ready to flourish. And that's what we should be doing. We should be having our communities flourishing, stepping up, getting the game ready, making some things happen. And if we're not doing that, then we're behind. Get out from behind. A lot of times with small businesses, we're just trying to put out the fire today. Yeah, Rich, I'd like to be thinking about June right now, but you have no idea that I'm just trying to get through March 10th, 2023. If I can make it to the end of Friday and take a breath over the weekend, you're an entrepreneur. You really don't have that luxury. I mean, even at a major entrepreneur that's doing really, really well, that has, oh, we got a couple $100,000 in the bank. We're here with this, we got $1 million grant. We got that, okay. All right. But you still got to go in, because if you don't fine tune that funding and direct where it's going to go, it's going to be gone. And it goes away so fast. So what I'm saying to you is that keep on preparing. When you say action, do action. When you say cut, that doesn't mean that we're not working on the product or the movie anymore just because we cut the scene. That just means we're not filming. We are in the back looking at the script, looking at the lighting, looking at ways to make changes, and looking at all of these different pieces. So when we say action again, we got action. But when we say cut does not mean let's go and have a beer and smoke a cigarette. No. Cut means we're out away from the camera. We're now in the background creating the next scene, the next 5 scenes, the next lighting situation. And if you notice sitcom TV shows, you see a whole list of names. There's a lighting guy, and there's 2 or 3 people with the lighting person that just handles the lights. Wow. There are 3 or 4 people that are the script folks that are just handling the words that go back and forth between the actors. There are several people that are doing the sound to make it so when a person is walking and you can hear them walking, you can't hear a person walking. Unless they got heels on and it's taps or something, but an average somebody walking, unless they got heels on or these kinds of things, you don't hear that. But you hear it in the movies. You hear it because they are preparing, because they want you to know that a person is walking. I want you to know what I did in January, February, and March for my first quarter. So I'm doing some things now in January, February, March. So April, May, and June will stand out. But I need August to stand out. I need September to stand out. Your small business has to grow when you grow. You got to allow growth and things to happen with what you're doing. Thank you for being with Strictly Business. My name is Rich Wallace, and you have just joined an episode of Strictly Business. We are live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning at 7 a.m. to be sure that we get your business to you. And if you're looking to be a guest on this show, this is what you need to do.
Business owners are raving about the new talk show, Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace. Tune in as the top experts in business share their success stories, strategies, guidance, and advice to help you grow your business. With guests from the top companies to your favorite influencers, Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace is the show to watch for all things business. Our conversations are strictly business. We discuss new funding options, new business initiatives, best business practices, all things business explained. We provide you with the tips you need for your business, all in one morning business talk show. Be sure to tune in. Are you a business owner? Do you have a story to share? Are you able to help our audience? Then we want you on Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace. Visit the website at edgetvnetwork.net and select Be a Guest to schedule your appearance today.
Yes, if you're looking to be on our show, you have a business, you're in business, you want to talk about your business. We're looking at promoting your business. We're looking at how to not necessarily change your business, but make changes so that your business does change. Because if you're doing the same thing today that you were doing March 10th in 2022, and there were no changes, and it's March 10th, 2023, and you haven't increased, you're at the same level, then that's bad news. That's not good for you. So you got to make changes. You got to do some things that make things work better. And if there's good, there's got to be better. And not to get too deep, but Jesus came for a better way. So things were good, but there needed to be better. And there's always room for improvement. And perfection is overrated. I said it. Perfection is overrated. You want to reach for it, but when you grab it, it changes, it moves, because you can't be perfect at what you're doing, because then you have no more goals to go after. You've reached perfection. And who do you know that's done that? Who do you know that's done that? Even the people with the millions of dollars and the large companies and the this and the that, all of those different things. Remember Mervyn's department store? Remember them? Oh, yeah. Remember satellite TV? Remember them? Yeah. Remember some big companies that were around when you 10, 20 years ago. And the perfect example is what? Blockbuster. Remember them? Where you would go get your videos. Isn't that nice? And then they had the little individual video stores. Next week, we're going to be talking about VHS, what happens with change, what happens with cassette players, what happens with downloads. This world is moving at a pace. We're already over the first quarter. It seems just like I'm still unwrapping my Christmas present. My daughter-in-law gave me a deal for Christmas, and I just enjoy it, but I just got it fixed. It took 3 months to be able to understand what it was, because it was new technology for me. So when you start getting things and doing things in that area, you got to know it takes time away, because if you're not doing this, you're doing that. That's what it is. And for those that are like being entertained with movies and TV and that kind of stuff, good, because you need that. You need to turn your mind off and watch the murder mystery so you can see how they caught the guy. But they don't catch a guy in 45 minutes, and that's what that takes place in. But they make it seem as if it's days. The smoke and mirrors, the imagination that they go inside of your mind and make it seem like, it's 6 months later. The baby was born, it's 6 months later. And now you see a little kid running around and you think, okay, and now the kid is singing a song and they flash back and now it's 5 years later, 10 years later. It moves at a speed of light. And you can slow it down because it may move without you. If you did not prepare yourself for this first quarter, guess what? It moved without you. It happened. January went, February went. It went so fast. You think, man, I was going to do this in February and I had a plan for Black History Month. We was talking about it in June of last year. What we going to do in February? Did it get done? Did it happen? I'm working with some folks now. We're members of the Congressional Black Caucus in Washington, D.C., coming up in September, I think September 23rd of 2023. I love going to those type of events, the Republican Caucus and the Black Caucus, meeting people with political issues. You want to understand elections coming up. You want to understand what you should be voting for you. You want to understand what is your issue. And I mean, look at the global thing. Yeah, look at, this and that, but how does that affect you? Gas is $5 a gallon here in Southern California. $5 a gallon. Milk $6, eggs $4. You spent $30 and you got some milk, eggs, and some gas. You ain't got no bread. So you got to understand how you can stretch your dollars, how you can make more funding, because you don't want to do without, because it's, I don't want to not drive to visit my mother and grandmother because gas is $5 a gallon. Well, Mom, I'd come see you, but it's $5 a gallon and you live 10 miles away. Stop that whining. Get in your car and go where you got to go. Make it do what it got to do. If you're at home and you're not doing anything, and you're at home and you're not making progress, you should be out and about making changes. Get out and about. I told you yesterday, what's half the job? Showing up, being present. When they call the roll in the first grade, they call your name. What do you say? Present. When you go to work and you put the clock in, what do they say? I'm here. Showing up is half the job. If you're an entrepreneur and you got a list of stuff that you need to do at your site, at your location, but then there's a list of places that you could go and connect with people, but you can't leave because you are the life source of your business. Wrong answer. You just a brother with a job, and you can't leave your job. You ever call somebody and say, hey, can you meet me for lunch? You go, well, I got 30 minutes for lunch, and you can go over here. They got a job. They can't leave. You can call an entrepreneur, and if he's got his stuff together, he or she have their stuff together, and they are organized with their business, they can meet you at the buffet lunch and hang out for an hour and a half. But that hour and a half has to have a value to it. What are we talking about? What are we doing? Are we increasing your business, my business, or talking about joining together with a business? Every conversation should be about doing something that's going to progress you in your life, or it's a wasted conversation. I mean, we can talk about what happened on Cheers, but how do we take what happened on Cheers to do a better thing? I know I use Cheers because it's an old TV show. And they go, well, that ain't even on no more. It is if you got cable. So you want to be able to have every conversation, every situation, an increase, even an increase in knowledge. You know, I had a situation just the other day, and I learned something. You probably already know this. There's an app that allows people to speak their language into the app, and it translates it to a person that you're trying to communicate with in their language. That I'm like, really? I didn't know that. But I had not been communicating with people that did not speak the same language I speak. So I was okay with not knowing that information. But once I got the information and grasped it, I started looking to find out what that app was, how can I utilize it, and does it work for me? So when you're here in America or wherever you're at or wherever you're going, England, France, wherever you're getting ready to be, if there's a different language, there's an app that will allow that person to speak their language into the app and translate it back to you in your language. The technology we have today does not allow us to be slow. I have to watch my words because my grandson watches my show. So, and he says, Grandpa, that was a cuss word. Well, it was a cuss word for a 5-year-old, but for a 35-year-old, it's just a word. But what you have to understand is words matter. The way you speak the words, the way you bring the words out, the way you do things, that matters. I know I heard a comedian the other day talked about words hurt, words do this, words do that. Words also influence, words also destroy. If you speak negative words about you or negative words about what you're doing, oh, ain't nobody coming in today. What? No, everybody coming in today. What you talking about? Well, it's raining. What that got to do with it? The freeway is crowded. They going somewhere. They might as well be coming here. So you have to speak sales, power, strength, all of these things. It's your responsibility to speak these things into your life. I had a pastor friend of mine that told me one time we were talking about the cell phone and how the microwaves or whatever the deal is on the cell phones travel. I'm on the phone and it's got no wires to it. And I'm talking and I'm putting those words out in the atmosphere, and those words are getting to you. But if I'm putting words in the atmosphere that are negative to what I'm doing, I'm bumping into those negative words because they're right here. I'm saying that nobody's going to watch my video. Nobody's going to do this. Nobody's going to do that. And all of that stuff is standing in front of me. So when I walk, even though I spit them out and they're over here, I'm going to walk right back into them because I put them in front of me. Don't put negative in front of you. Put positive in front of you. If your first quarter did not go like it planned, plan the second quarter. Remember what we said yesterday. What is it? Engage, which means you didn't engage. Well, Rich, I did engage. I went here and I went there. What happened when you were there? What was your revisit your conversations, revisit how you talk to people. When I'm in a meeting, in a sale, and I get out of that meeting, I progress what I could have said, what I should have said, what I didn't have planned. Now, I'm not like most people. Some people will go into a meeting, they got the bullet points down, they got it planned. That way they don't miss anything. But you have to be careful because sometimes you seem like a robot. No one wants a robot. I don't want to hear I don't want you to say what you think I want to hear. I don't want to say what you think I want to hear. I want to say what I need to say so that you can see that I am an individual with my own peace of mind, my own strength, the own power that's going to bring to you and your company and make it flourish. You got to remember, you are the most important person in the room. I'm not telling a story. You are. And if you walk in there with that attitude and that strength and that power, and I shouldn't say attitude, not attitude, that disposition, that strength, that you are strong and mighty, and no one can say no. Even if they do say no, that only means they didn't understand. If you say, oh, well, Rich, I don't think I'm going to do that. Well, you must not understand what I'm saying, because I came here for you to do that. And if you're not going to do that, that only means that I haven't explained it to you the proper way to make you understand that you need to do that. So let's figure out how we can get you to do that, because I came here for you to do that. And for you to say, I'm not going to do that, that only means that I have not explained how deep necessary it is for you to do that. My name is Rich Wallace. I am here on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings at 7 a.m. with a show called Strictly Business. We are a part of EdgeTVNetwork.net. We are also looking for content for our TV station. We're going to be on Apple TV, Roku, and some of the other platforms that are out there. Edge TV Network is a peek into the future. Wow, that's saying a lot, because I was around when TV started. And I did not, when Dick Tracy was talking in his watch on the cartoon, I did not anticipate that there would be a watch phone before I left this planet. Wow. So that is so, as change comes and things happen, then it's necessary for you to be able to make those changes and to move forward in the power that you have in the strength. And education is so important. You have to constantly educate yourself. Like I just told you, I was educated on an app that I didn't know about, but I didn't know about the app because I didn't have a need for it. So that's what you have to do in doing business with people. Find the need. And if someone would have explained that to me, pitched me, hey, I would say, oh, I don't really have a need for that. But then when I ran across this gentleman that we were trying to get some work done, and we had a language barrier, and he had the app because he knew he had a language barrier, and he knew that he needed to get work, and he knew that he needed to talk to people that couldn't talk to him. So he found a way to be able to communicate, to continue his business. I don't have to change my language today, because the technology that women have brought about, have now made it easy for me to function within an area that I don't even speak the language. That's way heavy. Education is important. And I'm going to tell you about our charter school right now.
Are you ready to change your life? Let us help you. At Youth Build Charter School, you can get a high school diploma and kickstart your dream career in no time. We offer high school diploma programs in construction, CNA, military, college, and entrepreneurship. If you are between the age of 16 and 24 and you want to manage your studies with a job, recover your credits, or graduate early, we can help you achieve your dream. Call us at 1-888-395-4408 or visit youthbuildinlandempire.org.
Yeah, if you're looking to increase your education, Youth Build Inland Empire is an educational platform for young people from 16 to 30 that need to get their high school diploma. Youth Power Community Solutions is a part of Youth Build, which is our educational program at the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce. And in September of this year, 2023, we are also at our academy planning to have some, not just high school, but some educational programs on how to operate on diesel, how to do certain things with, trucks, how to be a real estate agent, getting your licensing, and all of the different careers that are out there. So we're going to have a career movement. So if you're looking at education and how to move forward, we're not going to be doing it till September. So we are planning the strategy to be able to make sure that young people, old people, middle-aged people have a career opportunity to change, whether it's in coding or whether it's in working on diesel engines, whether it's in advertising campaigns, the commercial that you just saw. We have a wonderful person on staff, that Sharif Party, that is very good at helping you and getting your business together. She's a consultant and these type of things. So we want to introduce you to people that are going to move your business forward. Now, we don't have anything to do with what they cost and these type of things. It's a referral. Listen, here's 2 consultants. You need help in your business. I see you need help. You know you need help. You don't want to ask for help because, we proud, we black, we black and we proud, we this and we that, and we know everything. Oh yeah. There ain't too much you can ask me about that I don't know. That's not true. I don't know nothing about nothing. I am a sponge, want to suck up as much education and learning opportunity that I can get. And you should be that way. You should never, ever say, oh, I know how to do that. No, you know how to do it your way. Why don't you listen to see if you really know how to do it another way? And I told you before, I was a self-taught Microsoft Word guy. Self-taught, know everything about Word, can do it, my eyes closed, doing layouts, booklets, spreadsheets, no Microsoft Word. I took a class at the college, local school, took a class on Microsoft Word. I almost failed that class because the way I was doing it was wrong. And they were trying to educate me in the way that Microsoft wanted it done. But I had stuck Rich Wallace in there and go, hey, I got this. Hey, you cannot outdo me here because I'm doing it, baby, making it happen. But I'm doing it the wrong way or the long way. Sometimes there's no shortcuts. I tell people all the time, there's no shortcut, but there's a better way. Remember, there's good and then there's better. And there's always a better way. And in that, you have to be sure that you allow better to come forward. And it's necessary that in your day and your activity that you do the best you possibly can. Now, sometimes you will allow other people to call you and give you information that throws you off track. And it may be information you need, but everything is timing. So you have to learn that if someone calls me at 8 o'clock in the morning, the show is over with at 8. I'm off my show. We had a good show. Thank you for being here. We did some commercials. Everybody did great. I'm off. I'm excited. And my phone rings at 8:01 and I answer the phone and somebody give me some news that I didn't really need this morning. Now, I needed to know what was going to happen, but there's a reason that they terminate you on a job at the end of the day. They could tell you when you got to work that morning, hey, you know what, Rich, we're going to fire you today. So when you finish out, at 4:45, clean out your desk and we're going to have your check ready. It's your last day. What? What do you think that last day is going to be like? I mean, really, what do you think that's going to be like? So when you bring somebody some news that is not uplifting or not making positive changing for them, it may be for you, but it's something that I didn't need to know at that time. Because now my entire day is focused on that problem. Or how do I fix that? What do I do? What's happening now? And so I got to curb my knowledge, focus on something that's not going to happen for a week or two. That's not going to happen right away. But now I know it's coming and I've been bombarded with it at 8 a.m. So from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., I'm struggling with that problem that I didn't need to know in the middle of my day, because the middle of my day was already planned. The focus that I had was already together. And now I had to add that negative component, or that component that wasn't necessary for me to know right now, to what I was doing. So don't let people, if you get that information, file it. Don't throw it away, because you still need to address it. You still need to deal with it. Hit save as, so it doesn't go in the directory with your other stuff. It's standing over here. Put it on the desktop. Hit save as, and it's not in the middle of your day. It's saved as Rich need to get back to this. And as Rich gets back to this, then Rich can handle this, and then Rich can make this work. But I had to save as, because if I save it, it's in the file with all of the other stuff that I got going on. And all of that other stuff that I got going on, and all of the mixture of that is all now running together. And you don't need all of that running together. I mean, you can't put a Hershey bar in spaghetti and make it taste good. It might be sweet, but it's now chocolate spaghetti. That might be something new if y'all want to try it. No, but you have to take that input that people have given you that you don't need right now, and save as, put it here. So when you get ready to open up, it's on your desktop, so it's not going anywhere. When you open up your computer again, this is your computer. When you open up your computer again, you can see that it's saved as on the desktop, and you can address it. But if it comes to you in the middle of you designing a flyer, and you're doing these things, and you're making your promotional item, and boom, that pops up, and you're, okay, man, I can't even think of what I'm doing on the flyer now. I got the address wrong. I forgot to put the phone number on it. All of those things that come in the middle of when they shouldn't come to you. Now, is that person trying to ruin your day? Maybe. If that person trying to unload information off of their mind and put it on your mind, maybe. But save as. That's what you got to do. You got to save as. Put it on the desktop. And you even may have to number it, because that's how I function. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, I need to get done. 2, I need to get done. 3, it needs to get done, but it's a 3. It can even wait another day. But that 3 will move up to a 2 if you let it sit there. So that information that you got at 8 o'clock, it can be a 5. But you got to know it's going to move up gradually. So keep your eye on it. It's on the desktop. Don't let it go. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to deal with that. No, deal with it. Deal with it. We had a tax lady out the other day, and she says, if you got bad taxes and you got situations, deal with it. Give us a call. We want to work with you. We want to clear you up. The IRS has just hired 40,000 or 30,000 new agents. They say, oh, this is just to catch us up. Don't believe that. They coming after y'all that did them grants and you wasn't supposed to have them. So clean that up. Clean it up. You can go out of the house with your tie on, looking good, dressed well, all ready to rock and roll. You doing business. You left a mess behind you at home. When you get back, it's still going to be there. Unless you got a maid that came in and cleaned it up while you was gone. And sometimes you need that because you don't have time to do laundry. You don't have time to go to the store and pick up a roast and a this and a that. That's why you need a crock pot. You don't have time to do this. You don't have time to do that because you're pressing your way in. So when someone brings you that news and you don't have time to deal with it, save as. Make it a number 5, because I got a 1, 2, 3, and a 4. And I'm trying to get the 1 done. But as soon as I get that 1 done, 2 pops right up. 2 pops right up. So I don't really have an opportunity to stop and go to number 5. Some things were moving behind me. I didn't know what that was. But, so it's so necessary to be ready to rock and roll. It is a wonderful thing to be in business for yourself. June 9th, Brookside Country Club, Pasadena, Rose Bowl, Celebrity Golf Tournament, blackchamberofcommerce.org. Sign up early. Get your spot, because we fill up pretty quick. And remember, this is Rich Wallace, Strictly Business. We're going to do a quick commercial, and I'll be right back. I promise I'll be right back.
I've had this problem.
Big problem.
I really needed.
A good business consultant.
And I kept searching.
And searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes. Thank you.
If you are looking for one as well,
Look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine.
Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend.
Problem gone.
Thank you.
Business owners are raving about the new talk show, Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace. Tune in as the top experts in business share their success stories, strategies, guidance, and advice to help you grow your business. With guests from the top companies to your favorite influencers, Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace is the show to watch for all things business. Our conversations are strictly business. We discuss new funding options, new business initiatives, best business practices, all things business explained. We provide you with the tips you need for your business, all in one morning business talk show. Be sure to tune in. Are you a business owner? Do you have a story to share? Are you able to help our audience? Then we want you on Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace. Visit the website at edgetvnetwork.net and select Be a Guest to schedule your appearance today.
Yes, be a part of our show, Strictly Business. Go to edgetvnetwork.net, edge, E-D-G-E, edgetvnetwork.net, and scroll up or down, however your computer goes, and click on Be a Guest on Strictly Business. And you can schedule your time. Someone will get back to you and go over when it is. And I think 24 hours before your show comes on, you will get a link to be able to log in. And you can do it right from your home. Be dressed. It's 7 a.m. in the morning. Be ready. Be prepared. We talk about your business. We talk about why you're in business and what to do with business and how to go business and just the whole gamut of what you need to do. I do want to tell you about something that's happening today at 11 a.m. If you own your own 18-wheeler truck, if you are a truck driver and you're looking to own an 18-wheeler truck, or you own a couple, you want to know how to do some things, we have a Zoom meeting at 11 o'clock today, and you can give us a call at 888-466-7408 and get the link for the Zoom meeting. If I would have been more prepared, I would have had it and been able to put it on the screen. So the things that I'm telling you to do, I'm trying to do myself as well. We all need to get better at what we're doing. We all need to be improving. So I don't come here with, oh, I got the answer. I'm working on the answer as well. I'm working on ourselves as well. But if you're an 18-wheeler driver, owner of a big rig, electric trucks are coming. If you're interested in just getting the information on how to convert your truck into an electrical vehicle, we have some grant funding. We have some information on how to do that. At 11 o'clock today, we've got grant funding that can help you transfer that gas, diesel, heavy equipment truck into an electric vehicle so you can ease on down the road, ease on down the road, so that you will be able to continue when they make this transition and whatever laws that they have, that some states, well, you know, and we don't know. We don't know if a state decides, oh, if you have a gas vehicle, you can't drive in this state anymore. We don't know. We hope that doesn't happen, but we don't know. So why not be prepared? If they're transitioning into electric vehicles and you've got two, make one electric, keep one gas. I don't know. I'm not in the trucking business. I don't know nothing about trucks except for how to ride in one if he come by and pick me up. But I do have friends. I have people that own trucks, that own vehicles, and they're trying to figure out how to get into the electrical game. The chamber also has information if you're looking at putting an electric meter out in front of your shopping center so that you can have those in there. We have connections that allow you to be able to put those in. And I believe that there's some revenue funding that you can get from that as well. So if you're not a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, from the desert to the sea, it's only $200 a year to be a member. We cherish our memberships. We have several board members that help out. We're all volunteers to be able to help small businesses. As a volunteer of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, many of our volunteers are entrepreneurs, business people, that are in business looking for ways to increase their business, but wanting to help you with your business. There is it's a volunteer position. We'd love to have you. You do need some income because you got to eat. And as you volunteer for the NAACP, and you volunteer for the Urban League, and you volunteer for the local chamber in your city, Palm Springs Chamber, and this, that, all of the things that you volunteer for helps you be a better person, and it helps increase other business. And also, you never know who you're going to meet 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 10 years from now, that can help you move whatever you're doing in the right direction. This is an episode of Strictly Business. My name's Rich Wallace. I am so glad to have you here with us this morning. And I know, somebody said, "Oh, you play a lot of commercials." Well, we're trying to eat too. We're trying to make sure this works. I need you to go to our website at blackchamberofcommerce.org. If you play golf, if you know someone that can come out at our golf tournament at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena on June 9th, then we would love to have them. Well, if you have a company that would love to sponsor and support this, we're raising money for our youth program at Youth Build Inland Empire through Youth Power Community Solutions. So we're not just helping people with high school diplomas. We're putting people in trades and in metal trades, underwater trades, all of these different things that they can do, TV production, music production. We are looking at changing young people's lives into what's going on today. 20 years ago, the Retail Clerks Union, you could be a cashier. It was a great job. It paid good money. But as you know, when you go in the grocery store, you swiping your own groceries right now. You picking them up off the shelf, you swiping them, you putting them in the bag, you putting them in the car. It's getting less and less people around. So be prepared. It's getting less and less cash available. Things are happening so fast that we don't even know. The cryptocurrency thing came along. I think there's some people still in it. It moved. Poof, people made millions and millions of dollars, and so fast. And that is crypto machines and stores and all of this kind of thing. And some of us don't even know what it is. Be open to learn. Be open to be willing. We had Miss Sandra Williams on talking about crypto a few months back, and we're going to have her back on again to be able to get you ready for what's happening. Remember, engage. And he said, "Well, Rich, I can't engage if I don't know what's happening." And I was telling a young man one day, I said, "Oh, we're just out trying to chase the rabbit." He said, "Well, I'm trying to find the rabbit and I don't know what to do to chase the rabbit." I said, "Listen, let me tell you something. Just start running. Chase what's in front of you. Chase the vision that you have in your head. Don't let what I need keep you from doing what you do. Well, I need this and I need that and I need this." Adam didn't have fire. No fire. All he had was some berries on the trees. And him and his lady messed that up. They got kicked out, homeless, running around, but they still survived. They had several children. They made it work. Bad times are just times that are different. No such thing as bad. I just had a different time. Oh, my car is broke. I'm transportationally challenged right now. Yeah, I can still get around, but it's a challenge for me. Well, you could say, "Oh, my car's broke and I don't have this and I got to ride the bus." No, I'm no transportational challenge right now. But I'll still be there. Just tell me where you want me to be. I'll figure it out. I'm not going to make excuses. "Oh, it's $5 a gallon. I don't care." Yeah, make it 10. Maybe the freeway won't be so crowded if you make it $10 a gallon. Because the people that's got to go, got to go. People that's got to move, got to move. If you got to make things happen, you got to make things happen. No excuses. Remove all excuses from your category. Remove the excuses from what you need to do. What is an excuse? I don't, I can't, I might. Remove it. Well, how do I do that? Just say it. Speak it into existence. But then action. Remember, action. Get that action going. And then sometimes you got to cut. Cut means we'll be right back. We're going to go back and we're going to fix what we just saw. So we cut. We didn't stop. We cut. This is Strictly Business. We're on Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, and Friday morning at 7 a.m. right here on your Facebook, on your YouTube, on your Roku, on your Apple. We are here on a consistent basis to see what we can do to turn your business around. We've been around for 30 years. My name is Rich Wallace. I am part of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce from the desert to the sea. We work with the Hispanic Chamber, the Asian Chamber, the Jewish Chamber. We blend ourselves with other organizations that are doing something to make changes in small business and people's lives. And we are not the only in the better. We are the best. But I say to you, if we're not the one for you, go down there and join something else. Be a part of something. Be a part of something that you believe is moving in the direction that you need to move in. You know, there's a reason there's a Ford and a Chevy. They both cars. You know, there are several chambers that can help you. We are both chambers. There's a difference between, but I prefer Ford, you prefer Chevy. Get the Chevy. Get to moving. There's a difference between a Mercedes and a BMW. They're both luxury cars, but you need the one that's best for you. So be a part of something that's going to work for you. Well, Rich, I tried your chamber and I did this and y'all didn't do this and y'all didn't. No, we don't. You do. You become a part because we can work with you. We're not coming in and doing this and doing that. We're not all power. They don't ding, you know. We don't wiggle our nose like Bewitched, you know. We're not trying to do that. What we're trying to do is make sure that you have the information and the structure. And if you got the engagement and you got the action to go with the background, oh, boy, girl, we are going to be off the chain. There's nobody better than you and I once we get our team together. It's just not. There's no better. So let's be better. Let's get together. Let's make some things happen. Let's be action. And remember, saying cut just means we got to go back for a minute, reorganize, take a look at what went wrong in the first shot, see what the second shot going to look like, and action. Begin to film again. That's what we do here at Strictly Business. My name is Rich Wallace. This is the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce's EdgeTVNetwork.net. And we have an episode of Strictly Business on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning at 7 a.m. So if you're looking at being a part of it, listen to what she's got to say.
Business owners are raving about the new talk show, Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace. Tune in as the top experts in business share their success stories, strategies, guidance, and advice to help you grow your business. With guests from the top companies to your favorite influencers, Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace is the show to watch for all things business. Our conversations are strictly business. We discuss new funding options, new business initiatives, best business practices, all things business explained. We provide you with the tips you need for your business, all in one morning business talk show. Be sure to tune in. Are you a business owner? Do you have a story to share? Are you able to help our audience? Then we want you on Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace. Visit the website at EdgeTVNetwork.net and select Be a Guest to schedule your appearance today.
And we're back. We're wrapping up right now. We've done our hour. It's about 30 seconds away. This is Rich Wallace, a young lady said, and this is an episode of Strictly Business. And if you play golf, come out June 9th, Rose Bowl, go to blackchamberofcommerce.org and sign up for our celebrity golf tournament. Be a part of what's moving in the direction, make some connections, get a vending booth, do these kind of things. Go to our website at blackchamberofcommerce.org. If you're not in Pasadena, we're doing something somewhere in your area, out in Palm Springs or in Temecula or out in Victorville. So we're around and we want to help. So let's make this be a part of what we're doing. And thank you so much for being a part of Strictly Business today. And we'll see you on Wednesday at 7 a.m.